Okay, so this one isn't gonna be super friendly. There's gonna be a lot of swearing. It's gonna be a lot of all over the place. Just an FYI, I don't do my videos scripted. I do them all based off of sort of what I'm feeling in a moment. That's how PTSD is. That's how it works. That's how dissociation works. You know, sometimes you're here and sometimes you're not, and you just gotta learn how to make the best of the moments you're here. So right now I'm gonna make the best of that moment by just giving a big old fuck you to the person that raped me as a child, the person that neglected me as a child, the continual people that came in and out of my life and emotionally and verbally and physically abused my entire siblings, my family. It wasn't just one person. So just, yeah, fuck you. That's what I have to say about that. No, really not. I'm not a mean person, and I want to say fuck you, and I want to mean it. That's kind of why I laughed, because it's not really how I feel. I feel like they have pain, and they had pain, and that's how they dealt with it. And it's not okay. I'm not saying that it's okay in any way. It's really not okay in any way at all. But I'm mad. I guess that's where this one is going. I'm furious. I'm so mad at Rob for dying. For the man that molested me as a child. Fuck you for dying. For just getting to rest in peace. While I'm over here broken, trying to figure out how to live with what you did to me. Thank God I'm not a victim. I'm a survivor. But it doesn't mean that I don't have my moments where I just want to stab you in the eye, to be honest. Where I want to confront you. Where I want to confront you and tell you everything that you have done to my life to make it so much harder to live as a normal human being. Do you know when people get angry with me? I actually dissociate. I have what's called an emotional flashback. And I'm basically like a 5 or 6-year-old. I'm so used to that person's anger. I was impressionable and young enough that the anger in my life, I'm so conditioned to fearing it that the only way that I know how to feel safe is to relive it in a moment somewhere far away from where I'm actually at. So it brings me back to when I was 5 or 6, and it makes no sense. And so my emotional flashback brings me to a dissociation where I legitimately am stuck. You molested me. But I'm the one that has to make it all better because you went and fucking died. Whatever. Rest in peace, I guess. I'll figure it out. Victoria, my biological mother. You birthed me? I guess I should say thank you for that, for bringing me here. But I've come to honestly, I don't hate anyone, because that would imply that I have the opposite feeling of love for them. So, I don't hate you. I hold indifference to you now. I forgive you. I do. Because I now realize that with or without an I'm sorry from you, you're never gonna own it. It's always gonna be something that I own, that Kamisha owns, that Garion owns, that Tiara owns, that Emma is going to own, because it's never yours. It's never your fault. I'm not going to call anyone else out here. It's not where I meant to go with this, but apparently I needed that because I feel a little better. What I do need to say, though, is it is okay to be furious at people for what they put you through. And it's okay to call them out. Please, call them out. You honestly might not get anything aside from denial and guilt put back onto you, but call them out. Let them know. Let them hear your voice. Your voice matters. Whether or not they choose to hear it, you and your strength and your courage that it takes to feel angry at someone instead of guilty, that's incredible. And I'm proud of you for feeling angry. I'm proud of me for feeling angry. I haven't felt angry in a long time. But I am so furious. People did things to me, around me, for me, when I had no say, no control in the matter because I was young. These are the people that were supposed to nurture and care for and love me. And they didn't. I don't know if they thought they did. I don't know. But what I do know is how I feel. And how I feel is valid. How you feel about how someone treated you is valid. Don't let them tell you that you're wrong, that you're overreacting, that you're being irrational. You may be those things, but you're feeling those things for a reason. Don't ignore them. Listen to them. Be angry. Be furious. Be sad. Be pissed off. Be hurt. Feel neglected. Feel abandoned. Feel what you need to feel. But tell those people. The one thing that I'm working on for my own healing is that sort of idea where you write a note and you burn it. What I've decided to do is I'm going to write 2 notes, or 2 copies of the same note, and one I'm going to send to the person that it belongs to. So I have probably a 12-page one put into my biological mother, and I'm going to send it to her. And then immediately after it gets in the mail, I'm going to burn my copy. Because once this goes to her, once this is in the mail, it's not mine. I burn what I have left. I let it go. I've had this letter written for quite a while. I'm just not ready to send it. I'm not ready to burn it. I'm not quite in that space where I finished saying kind of what I need to say to her. So it may take me years to get it all out. But I think that it's really important if you have any mental health issue that is sort of stemming from trauma, especially PTSD. Write it down or send it out to the person that it belongs to. Don't hold it inside of you. It doesn't belong to you. It never belonged to you. To people that abused you, the people that mistreated you or bullied you, the people that raped you, that assaulted you, that robbed from you, that took things from you that weren't theirs to take, they created this dark void in you by stealing whatever it was that was beautiful inside of it. Take it back. It's not theirs. Give them back their piece of crap dark and take back your light. Don't let one person or several people or what it is, don't let them be the reason that you stop shining. You're worth more than that. I'm worth more than that. We're all worth more than a dark void. And if we're not careful, that void can consume us. And it turns you negative and cynical, and you build walls. People don't know how to love you, and you don't know how to love yourself. And then you get diagnosed with PTSD. And then you gotta figure it out. How to heal and get rid of that dark void. Because it's not yours. You're a beautiful masterpiece. Someone stole your colors. Take them back. They're not theirs. If they want to paint with black, go for it. But that color they stole from you, that's yours. You created that. You made that. They don't get to own that. They get to own the shit that they're making you feel. And you're not just going to magically get better or heal from your trauma by doing those things, but you're going to start to open up, and you're going to start to feel strong and empowered, and you're not going to ever be over your PTSD. You're still going to dissociate sometimes. You're still going to have triggers. But the more light you take back, the more power you have in you to face those triggers and make it last for like 5 minutes versus, like, for example, my 12 hours last night. Trauma is a process of working through these big steps of healing. And sometimes they're tiny, itty-bitty steps of just getting through a day, and sometimes they're these huge breakthroughs. Just know that you're worth it. You're worth fighting for. You're worth more than what they stole. You're worth more than what they left when they stole it. You're strong. You're beautiful. You're courageous. You're smart. You're funny. You're intelligent. You're everything that you want to be. And you can do it. You can succeed. You can do this. You can beat this. I can beat this. We've got this. And you're not alone. Ever. I'm always someone that will talk to you if you need help. You're never alone. There's so many of us out there that struggle in silence. And we start to find these little lights. We start to open ourselves up very slowly. And when we do, it's beautiful. When you have trauma and you take back those colors and you paint with those colors, you're giving something to the world. Something wonderful and purposeful. And you have purpose. I promise you have a purpose. Your trauma can go fuck itself. Because you have a purpose regardless of that trauma. That trauma's always going to be there. It's going to be your best friend sitting right beside you. But you don't have to listen to it all the time. You can say no. And sometimes you can't. But you have power to say no. And to not let it take over everything. And then there's going to be other times where it takes over you regardless of how hard you fight. And sometimes you gotta just let it. Sometimes it's something you gotta feel. But just know you're not alone in those feelings, in those overwhelming moments where you can't find yourself in yourself, where it feels like you're looking in a mirror but you don't see the face that you look at any other day. You're beautiful, you're strong, you're courageous, you're loved, you're worthy, and you have purpose. Please don't forget that, and please reach out. If you ever need anything, please reach out. There are a lot of people and a lot of support groups and things for people that are in our situation. And I have lots of resources that I can list off in my next video, but yeah, just know you're not alone. I feel you, and I see you, maybe not physically, but I see you there, and I see your light. Don't be afraid to let it shine. I'll see you guys in the next post.